Welcome to our tutorial on how to make homemade laundry detergent. This recipe I got from a blog called Being Creative to Keep My Sanity at blogspot.com. In this recipe we'll be using a box of borax. It's 4 pounds and 12 ounces. We'll be using a 4-pound box of Arm & Hammer Super Washing Soda, a 4-pound box of baking soda, a 3.5-pound box of OxyClean, and 2 bars of Zote. You can also substitute the Zote for Fels naphtha. It is a little bit harder to shred, and it's a little more expensive because for the Fels naphtha you would have to use 3 bars instead of the 2 bars. We will be using our food processor. This is already a little bit dirty because I just made a batch of laundry detergent. On the bottom I'll be using the slicer, and then on the top the shredder part. What this does is that it makes smaller balls rather than thick flakes. You can use a regular cheese grater, it's no big deal. You just won't want to you'll just need to put that right into the drum instead of into the soap container in your washing machine because it may clog it up with the larger flakes. But I've had no problem either way, and this is also safe for HE machines. You can even use less if you have a water softener, but you'll use 1 tablespoon per load. If your load is extra dingy, then you can use up to 2 tablespoons, and it should work great. So what we'll do first is we will go ahead and shred up our Zote soap. And since this is too big to fit into these round sections, I'll go ahead and cut it in half so that they will fit nicely. You don't need a knife this big, it's just what I happen to have. And then we are ready to shred it up. Then you'll want to get these balls off the top, add that down in here so that that can be shredded as well. Okay, and when you're done, it should look like these little pearls. There's a couple of them. But most of it will look like that. Okay, so what we'll do first is we'll open these boxes. And we'll just put in half at a time. That way it'll be easier to mix. I will put in a half a box of borax. That's about half. And then we'll put in half of the baking soda. half of the washing soda. Half of our OxyClean. And then half of our Zote. And then we'll just continue to layer it. Put in the rest. You don't have to have a 5-gallon bucket because one batch of this will only fill up your 5-gallon about 2 gallons worth. So you can use a 3-gallon bucket if you would prefer. You can also line your bucket with a trash bag if you want to do that. And just pour in the rest of this here. Now you'll need a really, really sturdy spoon to mix this, or you can put on, I prefer to put on gloves because I don't like getting my hands all soapy. But you can mix this up with your hands. You can also just put the lid on your bucket, roll it around and shake it up, and that will work just fine too. So, here we go, just mixing this up. And then when it looks like it's all mixed evenly, you're done and ready to get going. One batch will last you 8 to 10 months. If your family size is a bit larger, if it's a bit larger, then it won't last you as long. But this soap will last a very long time, and it's only about 4 cents per load. So you're saving a lot of money. Some people also like to put in the scent crystals. You can do that, but I prefer not to. The Zote smells just wonderful on its own. It doesn't need any extra help in my opinion. And that's it for today. Thank you for joining us.